Hey everybody, welcome to, this is the Thursday night video. Glenn and Ben and Melissa Beggs from Good Movie Monday. We're here with the return of the Lucky Dip. And these are the same Lucky Dips from last year, mate.
Oh, excellent.
Yes. So
no double ups.
No double ups. We're just plowing through. There's a lot in there. Well, when you've got a big container like that, it doesn't look like a lot. We used to have a small container and it was full to the brim.
It was. Yeah, it was. Just don't participate in the game if Glenn is holding the can in his lap. We've all seen that movie. No one needs it. Despite Glenn's claims otherwise, no one needs to see it again. It's got a hole. Like you lift it up, they all fall out the bottom.
There's one hole in the desk.
Why?
There's one hole in the desk.
This place is like Elvis's little sex dungeon.
Oh, this is all wrong. Would you please reach in? And what have we got?
Cannibal Fever.
Which is Cannibal Run 3.
Cannibal Fever. Who are the ladies in that one? That's how I tell them apart.
Oh, this
is
one
it Mary Lou like Mary Lou Henner? No,
I think Colleen Camp is in this one.
Right.
It's very much an SCTV version, so it's got John Candy, Eugene Levy. I think was Colleen Camp SCTV?
I only know Colleen Camp because she was having an affair with Francis Ford Coppola on the set of Apocalypse Now. Like right in front of his wife.
I love Colleen Camp. She's the best. But this is the third installment of the Cannibal Run franchise. In America, it's called Speed Zone. Here it's called Cannibal Fever, and then in Europe it's Cannibal Run 3.
I was going to say it's the third one, so there's no reason that anyone should have seen it. Is Dean Martin in it?
You're welcome to borrow the DVD.
No,
the only return character from the first two was Jamie Farr.
Of course.
Yeah,
as
the Sheik. Most offensive,
ridiculous
fucking stereotype ever.
If it doesn't have Richard Kiel and Jackie Chan as a duo, I don't want to watch it.
Or number 2 had Frank Sinatra, who refused to be on camera with Burt Reynolds, so they shot all of the scenes where they're together with like a fake shemp in the shot.
Each one.
Yeah.
Why do they not like each other? I mean, both of them are such nice guys.
But Peter Boyle is also in Cannibal Fever.
Playing Joe? No? From Joe, from the movie Joe.
Yeah, Peter Boyle is more than just Joe's.
Or he's the dad from Everyone Loves Raymond, but I'm not bringing that up.
Taxi Driver.
Too late. I have already.
Kickboxer 2.
Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
Young
All right, try and subvert that conversation. Cannibal.
I think we have. That's I tried to take it over with something else. I've never seen it. I can't talk about
Haven't
it.
you?
No.
Okay.
I don't like the cannibal movies.
Oh, okay.
I don't find Burt Reynolds funny. I've never found him funny. I don't like his comedies. Dom DeLuise, like he's funny because he's Dom DeLuise, but every time I actually watch him in something, I'm like, oh, plenty of fun.
So you okay?
Really?
How do we feel about Smokey and the Bandit?
Yeah, it's all right.
Ooh, controversial. Controversial.
It's all right. I prefer the ones with where what's his name becomes the bandit.
Jackie Gleason?
The
TV ones? The 4 TV ones?
Yeah, the singer, the guy who sings the song. When you're hot, you're hot. Jerry Reed.
Oh, it's number 3. That's number 3. Yeah.
When Jerry Reed's in, it's not Burt Reynolds.
No, I
I
thought I was the only person in the world that loved number 3.
I just don't care for Burt Reynolds. I only like it. It's only good
and
by
he's in
comparison.
it for 30 whole seconds too, right at the end.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a controversial episode.
I don't like him. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch. There's a couple of movies I have to watch with him in it, but I'm not gonna like it. I'm telling you right now. I tried to rewatch Mystery Alaska, and every time he was in it, I was like,
oh he's so good in Mystery Alaska.
He's such a grumpy bastard to his poor ginger nut son. Like, isn't it? Isn't
Scott Grimes?
It's the guy who's taken over from the Children of the Corn guy as the ginger and everything.
It's Scott Grimes, isn't it? From what's his name? Critters.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the guy from Critters. And it's not tough enough being the guy from Critters. You gotta take shit from fucking Burt Reynolds because he's jealous because he never played in the Saturday game.
Mystery Alaska's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah. Now what have you got?
Freeze frame.
Freeze frame. Yes. No? This is
what that one?
This is the movie with Lee Evans. You know that British comedian that was in There's Something About Mary?
On the crutches.
On the crutches?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a film that very much feels like The Machinist, the Brad Anderson film with Christian Bale, where he loses all the weight.
All the way.
Yeah.
This is about a guy that's obsessed and paranoid about society and the government watching you. So he sets up his own sort of bunker lair where he's watching the world instead, and he doesn't go out. He's agoraphobic, and it's really creepy and feels like The Machinist. But if you guys haven't seen it, then there's not really much point talking about it.
Pick again, Mel.
Yeah, pick one more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, it's my lucky day.
Well, there was a hole in there.
I was just going a different way. Red Dog.
Red Dog. I had to console Ben at the end of Red Dog.
Someone else that needs consoling. I like to hear it.
I don't care what happens to people. Anything can happen to people. I don't care. People, children, old people, they're all fair game as far as I'm concerned. But don't touch the fucking dogs.
Yeah.
What was... Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, I don't like... Well, I kind of do like watching animals suffer in movies because I like watching...
Jesus Christ,
Let
what an
me
admission.
Let me finish. I like watching kids...
Should we?
I like watching kids get murdered in movies because it's that shit that it's make-believe, and the fact that they put it on screen I enjoy, you know.
That's why Screamers is one of the greatest movies of all time, because it's like a sea of little kids with teddy bears calling out for their mummy while they get flamed thrown.
Yeah. Just the start of
I know you could never watch that. Could you?
Yeah.
No, it's too much.
what's the fucking crocodile movie? The dark one, the
Dark Age.
Dark Age, with that kid getting eaten by a crocodile right in the first 5 minutes. It's glorious.
Yeah.
It's glorious. But
It bites his
So
head
Red
off.
Dog was on at Acme while I was ushering, and I think I was ushering it one day, but knowing what I'm like, I just hung out. So
Wow.
for that one, I hung at the doors. But I did cry on many Acme shifts ushering films, but not that one because I refused.
But I like the emotional connection is what I'm getting at. Like, I like watching these things because I like to react to films.
As far as I'm concerned, emotions have no place in the room. They're unnecessary.
What was that awful scene in what's that movie with Zoe Deschanel and Will Ferrell? And right at the start, it's like Seasons, bless you, Season something. I can't remember. It's an art house film. But there's a scene at the start where, like, the dad just has a bag full of puppies and chucks it in the river.
They sing "It's Cold Outside" together in Elf.
This is a dark video. Let's go to the final. The final.
It's
Hang on.
Elf. Will Ferrell and Zoe Deschanel are together in Elf
That's why there's a hole in there.
with James Caan and Mary Steenburgen. Bergen.
Oh, the peanut butter solution.
Classic.
And I've recently befriended the director of that on Facebook. Been talking. He's been showing me some of his films that haven't been released. And Mike Rubbo, his name is, and he did the Tommy Tricker movies back in the day.
I remember the stamp movies.
Yeah, the Tommy Tricker stamp movies.
Stamp movies.
The return of Tommy Tricker, because he's an Australian filmmaker from Melbourne that ended up in Canada making documentaries for the CBC, and then
Because it is funny that you say that, because I saw it. I was living in Perth when I saw it, and I remember them saying, like, thinking that it was an Australian movie.
yeah,
Like, I would have been like 7.
Yeah.
In fact, I was 7. And like, so it didn't click that, like, the American accents and all that. So I just thought it was, that's an Australian filmmaker. It's an Australian movie.
yep.
And then watching it as an adult, you're like, no.
But there's a
not
lot
at
of
all.
Australian sort of sensibilities in the film. I think the humour is quite Aussie in many ways.
And the fact that he goes around calling everyone a mad cunt is a big deal.
Jesus. But I like. Did
Big
you ever
giveaway.
see this film? You might have
No.
been. You're probably just that bit too young. Like, we're older, and when this film came out, we were probably, it was in the 87 ish, and
Has to be before that, because I saw it in Perth and I was over there. I
Okay.
turned 7 when I was over there, so
Right.
it has to have come out.
That's all right.
IMDb's going to prove me wrong. I
Yeah.
was like, it has to have come out around 86.
yeah, that sounds about right actually. And it was part of the Tales for All series in Canada, which were a series of movies. I think there's like 14 or 15 in the series. It began with The Dog Who Saved the War and this and Tommy Tricker. Most of them are in French. This one's not. And it's about a kid that is going bald, has a genetic condition, and yet he's given a magic spell that involves peanut butter. If you spread it on your head, your hair grows. And the best part, you know what I'm going to say, his best mate puts it on his nuts.
Yeah.
And the hair just comes out. It's a bit like Around the Twist, actually. It's that kind of thing. And the hair comes out the bottom of his pants.
Imagine
And,
that on Another Twist.
But it's growing so much that he sells it to brush makers and wig
an
makers.
evil brush maker. An
brush
evil brush maker then
Oh,
decides
that sounds awesome.
No, but then the evil brush maker, doesn't he kidnap orphans
Yeah.
and then uses them with this solution to grow hair for his brush industry?
Oh
And
my
but it's
God.
back when kids' movies were allowed to be dark. You
Yeah.
know?
With dark, yeah.
Yeah.
It is like this one, because for a long time it was unavailable. Like I saw it as a kid. I don't know if you could. I never saw it at any video store or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, that's where I saw it.
So yeah, right.
The
So
Aussie video cover was that great one with the window at the front.
at the front, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was one of those ones that people always talk about. Like, have you seen? Have you seen
yeah.
Peanut Butter Solution? And
Yeah.
you kind of laugh about it, but then you'd never see it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
It's
was just like this.
Jarrett gave me a Blu-ray copy a few years ago, and it's to have that on Blu-ray because for so many years I was trying to hunt this film down.
Yeah.
I couldn't find VHS of it. I couldn't find DVD. Then it got a French release, so it's in the French cover, but it's got an English track. But there we go. Good one to end on after all that dark shit we just went through. So
Movies that none of us have seen.
the peanut butter solution. Maybe bring some of your own next time, and I'll put my
I'm
hand.
just gonna lie next time.
I'll just-
Yeah.
I was opening this up.
Oh,
and
well, we're going for another one. One more. One more.
Like-
Encore.
Scream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is close.
That's how I was like, oh, actually.
we could talk about this
What
one.
was it?
Species.
Oh, quickly, one more. Species.
Species. Starring Natasha Henstridge's boobies.
Another Aussie director, Roger Donaldson.
Roger Donaldson,
I believe.
Michael Madsen, Marg Helgenberger, the woman with the most awesome name in Hollywood.
And one of the biggest actresses in Hollywood, Michelle Williams. She's the little girl.
oh,
at the
that's right.
start.
She is the she
I haven't
is.
seen it for so long. Jeez.
She's
Yeah.
young still.
Yeah.
Yeah. She gets into a train. It's like Family Matters when that kid goes upstairs to get the drink or doesn't come back down. Never appears in the show again. She gets on the train. She goes into a cocoon, and that's the end of her in the movie.
Species is
But
an
who's it?
underrated film.
Forrest Whitaker is one of the guys on the team, and Ben Kingsley. He's the scientist.
Yep.
It's an all-star cast.
It's. I feel like it's a really underrated movie. I don't think it really did as big as what it should have.
And I remember like she kills the guy because he's got diabetes, so he's an unworthy mate.
I almost feel
And,
like-
like she puts her tongue right through the back of his head.
Yeah.
and-
I might be wrong,
I'll
but
watch it
I feel like
again.
number 2 performed better than number 1. Like I feel like that's the one that sort of got people into the first one.
I know that they gave her a really weird costume in number 2. Like she has the V
Yeah.
band.
Was that number, then there's number 3
What's
and
the point
4.
of this?
Yeah.
It became that franchise.
Yeah, they get a bit weird.
Like Natasha Henstridge is in the first 3, and
Yeah.
then she's not in the fourth.
Oh.
one.
Even Natasha Henstridge said no.
Yeah.
She goes, I'm going to do Ghosts of Mars instead.
And you know-
I was
we
about
all
to say
said
we screamed
thank
something
you.
with her in it recently, Ghosts of Mars.
And
that's
when it-
right.
And Ghosts of Mars is awesome.
And when it says
Assault
you know,
on Precinct
a
Space.
sci-fi channel film, that's not always a good thing.
No, very rarely is it a good
That's
thing.
a whole Lake Placid 2 kind of affair. All right, everyone. We'll see you next week. Don't forget Good Movie Monday on Monday morning. Catch ya.